Okay, so in today's video, what we're going to do is we're going to have a go at answering this question here. Okay, so this here, sorry, which I've just moved, I just used my pen. This is a compound shape. Okay, so what makes it a compound shape is the fact that it is more than one shape put together. Okay, so you can see that we've got a rectangle here, and we can shade that in red. So we've got a rectangle here, and then we have a semicircle here. So we've got two shapes put together, which makes a compound shape. Let me just get rid of all my marks. Okay, so our job today is to calculate two things. We want to calculate, and I've put circumference here, but really that should be perimeter. So our job today is to calculate the perimeter of our compound shape, and then to calculate the area. So the perimeter is obviously this. What is this length all the way around here? So if we were to walk around this shape, how far would it be? So that's the perimeter. So the first thing we'll do is we'll calculate the perimeter. All right. Now we're going to need to break it up. So I think the first thing we should do is we should try and work out the perimeter of this part here. Okay, so basically this is a semicircle, so we need to work out the circumference of a circle. Alright, so how do we work out the circumference of a circle? So I'm going to put that in here. So the circumference, okay, equals, and then it could either be, so we can either use 2 pi r, or we can use pi d. Okay, well it makes sense to use 2 pi r as we've got the radius today. Alright, so we're going to put, let's do that again. So I'm putting in my workings, and this is what I expect to see in your notebooks. Okay, so the circumference equals 2 times pi times the radius, which in this case is 4 centimeters. Okay, so we can say that I'm just going to write c this time because I'm going to be tired of writing circumference. And I'm going to grab my calculator, which I'll just bring from here, and we're going to do that. So we'll do 2 times pi times the radius, which was 4. Sorry, we don't need that bit. Oh, hang on, let's do 84. Oops. There we go. 2 times pi times 4 gives us an answer. Oh, we've still got a cube there. That's not going to disappear. There we go. 2 times pi times 4 gives us an answer of 25.1. No, we want it to one decimal place. So we'll say 25.13. Now, one decimal place would be 25.1. All right, so put that back, and we can write in our answer. So our answer was circumference equals 25.1. Now, hopefully you've noticed that that would be the circumference of the whole circle. Now we haven't got the whole circle, we've only got half the circle, so we're going to say that the circumference of this bit here, alright, so the circumference, that's better, so we can do it in red, so we can say the circumference of this bit here is going to be 25.1 divided by 2. Okay, so we can say that, oops, sorry, just moved on to another page. So we can say this bit here equals 25.1 divided by 2, which we don't need a calculator for that, which we can say is 12.55, which the one decimal place would be 12.6. Okay, so we've just worked out the circumference of this, which is 12.6. Alright, now what we're going to do then is we're going to work out the circumference of the rest of it. So you can see that this bit is 11 centimeters, and this bit is 11 centimeters. So we can, to calculate the rest of it, we're going to say it's going to be 12.6 plus 11 plus 11. Alright, and then the final bit we've got to work out is what's this? What is this length here? Okay, any thoughts on what that length there might be? Okay, well, of course, look, we've got a semicircle over here. Okay, and we know that the radius of that semicircle is 4 centimeters. So that means we can say that this bit here between here and here, okay, is 4 centimeters. All right, and so we can also say that this bit between here and here, which would be another radius, must also be 4 centimeters. All right, so we can say that the length or the width of our rectangle is 8 centimeters. Okay, so we're going to do 12.6 plus 11 plus 11 plus 8. Okay, so we can add all that together, and what do we get? We get 6.234, and that's 12. So we'll carry the 1. We've got 1, 2, 3 plus our carry. All right, so the perimeter of our shape is 42.6 centimeters. All right, so we can write in here 42.6 centimeters. Okay, so we successfully worked out what the perimeter is. Now I'm just going to get rid of this, and now what we're going to do, there we go, sorry about that, is I'm now going to have a go at calculating the area. Okay, so like before, I'll start with our semicircle. So we're going to calculate the area of this part here to start with. Okay, so to calculate the area of that part there, the red bit, all right, we need to use, again, we need to work out the area of a circle. So the area of a circle, so we can put in here, area of circle equals, okay, and that's going to be pi times the radius squared. Okay, so pi r squared. All right, so we can then say that the area of the circle equals pi times the radius, which in this case is 4 centimeters, which is then squared. Okay, so I'll grab in my calculator again. I'm going to get rid of this one. Hopefully that disappears. There we go. And then we'll say, so this time we'll do pi, there we go, times the radius, which is 4, and squared. All right, and that tells us that the answer is 50.26. We want it to one decimal place, so that's going to be 50.3. Okay, so I'll push that back, and then we can say that A equals 50.3. Okay, but as I'm sure you are all shouting at me at home, that of course is the area of the whole circle. Okay, so if we had a whole circle here, that would be the area of a whole circle. All right, so we don't have a whole circle. In fact, we just have half a circle. So I've got to take my area, and I've then got to say that my area actually equals 50.3 divided by 2. Okay, so the area of the shaded bit is going to be 50.3 divided by 2, which is going to be 25.15, which we round it. Okay, so we'll say one decimal place, we'll say area equals 25.2. Okay, so we've got the area of this bit, the red shaded bit is 25.2. So now what we've got to do is we've got to calculate the area of the bit I'm going to shade in green, which is this bit here. Okay, well that's just working out the area of a rectangle, and we know that the area of a rectangle, oops, sorry about that, I keep accidentally pressing that button like a doofus. Alright, so the area of a rectangle equals, the area of a rectangle equals the width multiplied by the height. Okay, perfect. So in this case, we know that the width of our rectangle, so we're going, keep pressing that button. So this time we'll say AR, area of the rectangle, equals the width, which is 8 centimeters, multiplied by the by the length, which is 11 centimeters. All right, and we can say that the area of the rectangle, don't need a calculator for that, do we? Equals 88 centimeters. Okay, so to calculate the total area, so we can say, let's do that in red. All right, so we can say the total area equals 88 plus 25.2. Okay, so we say the total area then equals 113.2. And as that's an area, we're going to put centimeters. Oh, sorry, centimeters squared. There we go. All right, so we can write in the area. We just calculated the area, and we've said that the area is 113.2 centimeters squared. Okay, so that's how to calculate the area and the perimeter of a compound shape. Hopefully you found this useful. See you next time.